Right, I'm back. I now have all 24 of the doors, 22 of the doors to put in place. I get the camera sorted, I get the automatic focusing sorted, and what happens? It's only got one section that it'll focus on, so it just focuses on the centre. So now, we're up to now putting all these little bits and pieces in place now. Now let me get them sorted, because if I get them in the wrong place I know exactly what will happen. So if you saw the previous video, you'll know from that, where I did the glue thing, that I'm using this glue, which is just absolutely excellent, super glue. You can put plenty on, you know, I mean don't scrape on the glue. Now which way were the hinges going? That way. And once it's in place, you've got plenty of time to move it around. So many glues just automatically cure instantly. This one doesn't. Can't recommend it enough. It's such a good glue, it's unbelievable. So the glue, please go on that way. Twit. You see, I put that on the wrong way round. Now with all the other super glues I've used up to now, I wouldn't have been able to have done that. It would almost certainly have cured itself, usually in a corner, and I wouldn't be able to move it again, but as you can see I can manipulate this and get it perfectly in line. You see that lines up perfectly, and you've got all that time to play around with it. So that's that. Right, where the hinges are going that way. So hinges are going that way. And it's it's made a liar of me, isn't it? There's always one that'll make a liar of you, isn't it? Absolutely typical. You turn around and say how good it is, and you've got plenty of time to manoeuvre it, and what happens? I didn't put enough glue on that. That's what happened. Ha! Twit. That. Absolutely typical, isn't it? When you. That'll teach me to brag about how good it is, and that I've got plenty of time to manoeuvre it around, won't it? There's nothing like being made a liar, is there? It's down to the glue you put on. It's the less glue you put on, the quicker it's going to set. That's what happened there. I didn't put enough glue on it, and so it set immediately. Whereas I like to put plenty of glue on. As you can see, I flooded that literally. And I like to put plenty of glue in the position, so that I know it's the fact that you've got enough glue on it is enough to be able to manoeuvre it. And that's done all right. That's not too bad, 5 minutes. And we've done 4 of them. So that's not beginning to look too bad now. It's beginning to look quite good actually. But then it's such a good... Right, the hinges go that way. It's such a good model though, you know, it's... They're so so well detailed now, these kits. At least the Trumpeter ones are. I've built plenty of Revell kits and they don't have this amount of detail in them. Tamiya are not too bad. But once again I found with Tamiya they don't exactly load their kits out with detail. Whereas Trumpeter, this is the first Trumpeter model I've ever built. I'd never ever even gone near a Trumpeter model before. And I finally decided on doing this one simply because on Amazon it was on a 5-monthly I'll put enough glue on that one again. Once again I've put too little glue on. But this is the beauty, you see, this glue, it allowed me to take that off without bending the part. Right, that thing's broken, but I managed to break it. Let's get a fresh stick. I've still got 13 minutes left yet, so I've got one coming up with 4 on here. Right, now hinges go that way. You know, like I was saying, the detail in these kits nowadays is, well, there's the Trumpeter kits, is unbelievable. To be honest, there's probably no reason to do this, because you can probably see from the ones here, they've got all the details in them anyway, so they're not. But the photo edge is just slightly, I suppose it's just slightly improved it, and that's what's important. It's having that improvement. Just the inclusion, you can't see it on the camera, but just the inclusion on the piece of photo etch of a handle there, which doesn't exist on the plastic bit. So that's doing pretty well now, as you can see. That's looking quite nice. It would look a lot nicer if I could get the bit, but let me just move that up, see if it will focus in. Nope, because it's too close. So I'm going to mess about with the focusing. I'm going to try to show you the detail on it. Now this one now has 4 on it, and I've got hinges going that way and that way. Sometimes it's fairly obvious that the hinge goes to the back, because you won't be able to lift it up if you didn't. If the hinge went the other way, you'd have to climb up on top of it to open it. And I think quite a few of these, if I'm reading the bits right with the M bits, as I said in a previous video, they've got these little tiny bits. So I keep looking up and making sure I'm not gabbing away and the camera's stopped. They've got all these little bits. I've got no idea what I was talking about, by the way. I don't have the foggiest idea what I was talking about. I don't know what I was just yakking on about. Pathetic. I was saying something about bits, but I don't know what. Oh, it is where I saw somebody doing this. These don't do it. The kit certainly doesn't do them. There's no photo etch in the kit for these. Put a bit too much glue on that, I think. But with the little bits, there's these little tiny bits that stick up off these. I don't know what they actually are. I'll have to actually, you see, when you look at all this stuff on the anatomy of a ship book, they don't exist. And I've not seen them on anything else other than the Edward kit. I watched somebody doing the Edward kit, and they have these bits and they've got little tabs on them. So I'm trying to get that so that marries up to that. You know, see these little bits on with little tabs. And then once you get, I put a bit too much glue on that, by the way. And they lift up, and they have these little tabs on which lift up. So you've got all these doors, and basically what look like hinges sticking up in the air. Well, on this kit you've actually got them on one of these. I can't remember where they are now. It's these here. Where are we? It's these little tiny bits there. You can just about see those little tiny slivers, and there's some more just here. I mean, they are slivers, there's nothing to them. They go on the edges of these and stick up. But because of how these are, it's going to look really sort of daft. And when I saw this chap doing them on YouTube with the Edward kit, see, they're glued down now. So that's, you know, look at that, beginning to look good. Got 7 minutes left. So on the Edward kit, where they stick up, hinges go that way. It looks really weird because I don't know what they're for. Where did my cocktail stick go? Where did? Unbelievable. Where's my bloody stick gone? How can you lose a cocktail stick, nitwit? It's probably stuck on me somewhere. Right, now, so what was I saying? So on the Edward kit, they stick up. Well, that would be obvious that the hinges go that way. They stick up off the top of the thing, and I don't understand what they're for, because I can't find them anywhere. When you look on the HMS Hood website, you certainly can't see them. And I can't find them in the anatomy of a ship book. And a lot of this I've built using that as a guide. It's an excellent guide, that, for how things go. Especially the likes of these quarter-scene decks, and this is the wooden deck, quarter-scene deck, Semtex deck. I never understood Semtex decks. Oops a daisy, I've moved that. This is what I mean about you've got time to manoeuvre it with this glue until you put some pressure on it. So that's gone on. That's now looking even better still. Hinges go that way and that way. I can't find them anywhere on any of these things, so I don't know what they do. Certainly they would be, I've got glue on the end of that pencil. Certainly in reality, if I was to put them on, they're so super thin, I'm not sure what they would achieve. Yeah, I mean, they wouldn't achieve anything at all. They wouldn't look any good. Let's get the glue off it. And then it's really strange, it looks really strange. And as I say, I've looked on various things, and in some models I've not even seen them being used. And this is the thing with kits. The one thing that really bugs me with model kits, all the same, is there's no explanation of what parts are. It'd be really nice if a kit maker would say, right, this part is such and such and such and such, and does such and such and such and such, but it doesn't. They don't actually tell you what the kit parts are. So like in one bit you've got these weird looking things that look like little torpedoes, which are paravanes. Well, you get two in the kit, which go on the side of the and they go on the side of the shelter deck somewhere. I don't remember if it's the front or I think they sit on the front here somewhere. And the paravanes, if you're familiar with them, were like, well, it was like radar, wasn't it? They were dragged along in the water. And they was radar, acted as radar, checking out for mines and the likes. But the kit only gives you two anyway. Right, now I've only got 4 to go. And the camera's going to run out. That's a shame. I would have liked to have done the whole lot, let you see the whole lot. Now these again, no, you see I've done that wrong. The hinges have to go, so they're going to open that way and that way. If I put the hinges on the other way, they wouldn't, you wouldn't be able to open them, would you? So with the paravanes on the kit, I've got what I thought were davits that were built up with some of the rolled metal parts from this MK1 kit, and they turn out to be hoists for the paravanes. And because I've got this MK1 kit, didn't put no glue on that one. Buggeroos. So with this MK1 kit, you actually get 2 paravanes. I mean, that's 16 seconds. That's a shame, you're not going to see me finish the entire bit. Now I've got glue on this, the things, right, it's going to run out now. So I'll finish this off